Okay, so this is another visitation to the premises. A strange one at that, so I'm going to be skipping certain bits, but the behaviour is kind of odd and I need to get it on the record. The date and time of the visitation was from date and timestamp on the encoded video is the 17th of August 2018 at 09:38 minutes this morning. So we'll play the video from here. The man goes back and forth several times, so you'll have to bear with the video odd behaviour right from the outset, so we'll just play it from here. Okay, so man pulls up. Okay. I don't want to fast forward it just yet. It can knock it out of sync if I can mess with the controls. I should really just let it play through, as boring as it's going to be for certain bits. I do need to get this matter on the record because it's unusual, to say the least. So let's try it straight from the outset. And bang, tablet up in the air, picture. So just watch it from here, guys, because I'm really not sure what to make of this. Is it TV licensing? Is it, I mean, it could be TV licensing given the fact that they've paid some visitations now. At least 2 have gone down on the record, last one being William, about 2 months back. Made it very clear that we did not require a TV license. There was no live broadcasting being watched or recorded at the premises. I showed him the antenna from the roof that was coming down from the wall on the front room window into the, you know, through the wall there. It was tied up right at the corner of the window still, and that was done the day, you know, from the very first date of moving into the premises, I believe. I'm still paying over it, to be honest. White paint on the adapter. So he's around the front, and he does actually knock on the front door, which is to the premises above. So he's actually unclear on just who it was, you know, initially who it was he was coming to see, but then it gets a little clearer later on. Well, just wait for it. So yeah, so he's finally coming down our pathway, and straight away, bang, right at the back there. There's a really good old look through the back. Yep, I'll just go back and have a knock, knock, knock. I wonder. Okay. So he heads away, back round the front. I could technically skip forward, but it could render the playback. It could knock it out of sync. And all the cams are playing in sync right now, so I'll just keep it on like that. Right, so back to the car, I believe. Okay, so it's not over yet. He comes back again, so he gets into the car. And oddly enough, he just seems to stand on the bottom of the garden. I'm not sure what he's doing at this point. Okay, and then back around to the front again. At this point it's 09:43 minutes, so been here around 5 minutes now. Down the bottom of the pathway again. Hand's getting a bit stuttery now because I'm holding a mobile phone. Has a good old look over. I'll just swap to my other hand here. No, it's a bit steadier. And at this point he proceeds to what looks like make a phone call and dilly-dallies on his device, tablet device, for a little while. Now I really would like to skip forward here. He sat there for a minute or two, so just at this point that's all it is for now. So he's not there for too long, but I need to get this on the record. Is this TV licensing? Is this somebody from the housing? Is this somebody from the local council? Who is it? We suspect TV licensing was a possibility. He didn't have an ID badge around his neck. Normally, from what I've seen, anyone who comes out from the council, well, just anyone really, in principle, usually has to have an ID tag waving around the neck. But generally, if it's the local council, he's looking over there. Yeah, I think he's talking to somebody on the speakerphone here. So he's just chin wagging away. He's looked over. Nothing I can do about the wait without skipping forward, but I need to get this on the record, so I will back up the raw files, but it's very, this playing them back in sync and just gives a better overview. So he's taken one picture so far that we were able to see. Whatever he's done around the front, I have no way of knowing. I do have a camera on the front room window on the inside facing outwards, but the curtains were closed obviously for night time, and it was still quite early in the morning. Obviously nobody here had opened the curtains by that time, so I wasn't able to document anything. Yep, this is barring a note, but for the sake of the record, you can still see the date and timestamp of the video. The man arrived, the unknown strange man arrived at 09:38 minutes. So there's some talk and debate going on. He clearly wanted to speak to somebody from here. He's knocked on both the front door, which is to the above flat, and to the side door, which is obviously to the ground floor flat. But he's, by his actions, has indicated it's probably more than likely got something to do more with the ground floor premises, this premises, due to the fact that he's constantly looking over at the equipment. You'll see more of that in a moment. I mean, someone is collecting evidence. Somebody is here with a purpose. Somebody other than this man here, certainly is somebody else involved, indicated by the, So here we go for another run in. He's had a good little look over. His tablet's coming with him again. Okay, down to the bottom pathway. Okay, so he's looking at everything. He's talking to somebody on the phone. You can see his lips moving. You'll see that better in a moment. He wanders away. He was looking not just at the cameras, but the lights and the solar panels above the cameras. Now the solar panels also power some lights in the back. He goes to the bottom. Just work out why he's back and forth all the time. Back and forth, back and forth. Having a real good inspection of the place. I think he's walking away to, making sure that no one can hear him while he's talking. So, right, so now he's putting the phone away. And here we have some further odd behaviour. So he's collecting evidence, there's no two ways about it. I'll just catch this here. The time is now 09:51 on the encoded timestamp. Okay. Sorry about the jittering, but I've been holding the phone up a long time now. 14 minutes or so. Timestamp is still ticking away. Inputting information, looking up. There is also a, if you just look at the front door there, you can't see it, but there's a little sticker at the top just underneath the door number indicating that live recording equipment is being used. There's another 2 notices around the house, but they've eventually worn down. Here we go, and he puts his tablet up again. Now I'm going to pause it on here because he's come into the door cam area. Note the timestamp is now 09:52, so I'm going to pause it there, go to the door cam, And this is the man here. He's moving his lips, so he's actually talking to somebody at this point. I think, yeah, so he walked away. What did he do? He put his phone down, didn't he? Put his phone away, and then he took the pics. So he's going to come back. Fast forward it a little bit. Here he is. Okay. So you can see much better on the door cam actually, which will come back a little more. Just pause that when it's... so there he is. Beg your pardon, I'll just rewind that slightly back so you can get it in full view, because he takes more than one picture here. So that's the first initial picture that he takes on the side. So picture 2 now that I could record comes again down here, bang, picture 3. So that's 3 pictures he's taken. Okay, so back to this, and he's walking away after taking the pictures. Timestamp is now 09:52 and 45 seconds. He's just standing there inputting some information, probably footnotes or something to what the pictures are actually of. So somebody here has come to collect evidence. If this is TV licensing, I would expect to see them within the next few weeks, bare minimum. I think maybe by next month. So he goes around the front again, forward on the record. I'll kind of play this up to his leaving, to be honest, which ain't long now because he's taking his information. He's at the bottom of the pathway, still inputting data into his device. He's at the bottom of the pathway. Like, just odd behaviour, you know. He left no notice. He knocked on the door, which shows that he clearly indicated he wants to speak to somebody. So, but why, you know, why display intentions to want to speak to somebody from the premises, but not leave notice that you've been and that you'd like to speak to them if it's that important? And if it's not that important, why is he taking pictures? These are just simple, basic concepts, questions. Like, it's like, and I don't appreciate cold callers, and I know the lady who lives here also does not appreciate cold callers. In fact, she said so to William, the TV licensing man who was here last. So if this is TV licensing, you know, just further evidence that they're not interested in whether you want them there or not. Even if you do a withdrawal of implied rights of access, they'll still come to your premises. Even if you let them know you don't need a TV licensing, they'll still come to your premises. It's just, some people do not get bothered, it's true, but, you know, here you go. I mean, here it is in black and white. In the last video I spoke about Fred Clay, Philip Aldcorn, Paul Moores, Neil Blood, Ian Doyle. I'll look up Pippa Doubtfire. She sent police to a man's house just because he went to visit her at her home address to deliver a letter. Just that's, you know, things like that. You know, you've got real issues you want to address. They can harass you, but you go to them and they'll phone the police out on you. It's just ridiculous. So, for the record, the man's still sat outside the premises at 09:55. It's a bit trouble focusing on that now. It's better. There's actually nothing more here. I think it does just drive away, but for the record, just to show the full visitation from beginning to end, raw data files will be made available. I will download them too. So I don't think there's anything else here if you want to end the video now, but in case this video is used as evidence, which I imagine it will be if someone wants to follow this up after collecting evidence against us for what? Lights, solar panels and cameras. From what I can tell, I mean, that's, and he did take an overview picture of the premises right at the bottom of the pathway, right from the outset, if you recall. I'd really like this man to just drive away so I could end the video right now, but far on the record. Oh, by the way, I need to give the current date and time of this recording. There we go, finally. That's the end of the video. Comments down below please, would be appreciated. This is going to go into evidence, and this matter is in the public interest as it concerns everyone else as well as myself and the lady here. Thanks for your time.